Hello, I'm Rod Pinkston and welcome to another episode of JAGER PRO. Our definition of success is whole sounder removal. Mission failure can always be isolated back to the people, process, products, or a combination of these variables, so I'll cover these topics in our basic training segment. I'll also remove another sounder from this property using the most efficient process and products while teaching the art and science of integrated wild pig control. Integrated wild pig control is a strategic approach using a series of innovative control methods and technologies implemented in a specific sequence based on seasonal food sources. Emphasis is placed on efficient removal of entire sounders at one time to eliminate escapes, method education, and future reproduction. Control strategies must continually change throughout the various seasons to effectively target adaptive survivors. We use a simple equation to measure and improve our integrated wild pig control results. People plus process plus product equals performance. Trained people must execute an effective work process using efficient products capable of achieving the stated performance standard. By now, you should know our performance standard is 100% removal of the entire sounder, spending the least amount of fuel, time, labor, and money, which is a quantifiable and measurable mission. The performance standard determines whether the mission has been met. It must be established first because all variables are measured from the mission's success or failure. Mission failure can be isolated to either untrained people, an ineffective process, an inefficient product, or a combination of these variables. People are the most important part of a successful wild pig control equation. They must be properly trained to implement an effective work process and operate efficient products. A helicopter is merely an expensive aircraft incapable of flight without a properly trained pilot to fly it. A thermoscope is only an expensive night optic without a properly trained marksman to aim it. A corral trap is just an expensive metal contraption without a properly trained professional to build it in the correct location and trigger the gate closed at the correct time. People are also responsible for the leadership task of selecting the most efficient process and product to implement in the correct sequence based on seasonal food sources. Process is a method or strategy used to achieve the performance standard. Trained people will focus their attention on specific processes which achieve the most effective results. Control processes are cyclical and should be implemented in a specific sequence based on seasonal food sources. The trapping process will be more effective during winter months, and the night shooting process will be more effective during spring planting and fall harvest. The product is a physical object, invention, machine, or technology used to perform the control process. Trained people will focus their attention on specific products which achieve the most efficient results. Control products are also cyclical and should be utilized in the correct sequence based on seasonal food sources. When 100% removal of the entire sounder, spending the least amount of fuel, time, labor, and money is a stated performance standard, then a semi-automatic rifle with a 20-round magazine is a more efficient product than shooting a bolt-action rifle with a 4-round magazine. A 35-foot diameter corral trap is more efficient than a 5x10 portable box trap. An 8-foot wide gate threshold is more efficient than a narrow 3-foot wide continuous catch door. An 1860 trap panel is more efficient than a commercial cattle panel. An automatic feeder is more efficient than pouring bait from a bucket. And a cellular remote control gate trigger is more efficient than a traditional tripwire. It is pointless to use a person, process, or product which is incapable of whole sounder removal. Let's review a series of photo examples to practice isolating mission failure. A Florida newspaper posted this photo of 2 sows and 5 piglets rooting a homeowner's yard. These 7 pigs had no problem entering the backyard through this fence opening. The story contained a box trap photo with corn eaten to the gate threshold and chicken wire covering the cattle panels. Mission failure is due to an untrained person implementing a 3-foot by 5-foot inefficient product, which would make it nearly impossible to capture all 7 pigs. This box trap is made from 4-inch by 4-inch sheep and goat panels, allowing 4 piglets to escape. Mission failure is due to an untrained person using a box trap, an incompetent person for using a box trap with sheep and goat panels. This farmer placed a 5-foot by 8-foot box trap in a July cornfield baited with corn. Mission failure is due to an untrained person trapping in a July cornfield. There is no motivation for pigs to enter a trap for corn when they have access to an entire 100-acre cornfield. It would be incompetent to use a box trap with sheep and goat panels, even in winter. This farmer used 2 cattle panels to create a figure 6 trap with no gate and no trigger. Mission failure is due to an untrained person implementing a figure 6 in the summer. Again, trapping is a wrong process in a July cornfield. It would be incompetent to use a figure 6 with cattle panels, even in the winter. Mission failure is due to an untrained person installing our M.I.N.E gate backwards. Mission failure is due to an untrained person improperly installing our M.I.N.E gate and allowing an escape. Mission failure is due to an untrained person triggering our gate closed on only 2 of 8 pigs for 25% success. The common variable among every mission failure example was untrained people making incompetent decisions. To accomplish the performance standard, people must make performance-based decisions. Trained people selecting an effective process and efficient product, capable of whole sounder removal in the shortest time possible, is critical to implementing a successful integrated wild pig control program. To view the entire 30-minute episode, please tune in to RFD-TV. Our weekly show airs Tuesday nights at 9:30 p.m. Eastern, 8:30 p.m. Central. Channel 231 on Dish Network and Channel 345 on DirecTV.